What's going on, guys? This is Almost Expert Wrestling. Wow, I said it again. And this is the Raw review / SummerSlam review, since we didn't do one yesterday. It's time to do both. Of course, it's SummerSlam. If you missed it on the WWE Network for just $9.99 a month, you missed a lot. And if you missed Raw, you missed it all. But anyway, of course, we have a new champion, Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to say my opinion yet. I want to. We'll discuss that later. We're going to talk about the Stephanie McMahon, Brie Bella situation, of course, in our combo review video here. Talk about a whole bunch of things. The Orton Reigns. Talk about Cena. His future and stuff like that. So let's get right to it. I cannot wait. And we're going to start this video off with talking about the Randy Orton Roman Reigns feud, and I'm going to hand it over to Kyle as usual because I've been cutting him off the last minute. So what are your thoughts on this rivalry? How do you think it was on Raw and SummerSlam? Your overall thoughts of the past week?
Yeah, first things first, I want to say about SummerSlam, I was really impressed with SummerSlam. I felt like it was 10 times better than Battleground and 10 times better than last year's SummerSlam, the main event between Cena and Lesnar. I'm going to talk about that later, but what I was really excited about is what you just mentioned, the Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton match. I was really excited for this one. I felt like it was going to be match of the night. It was not the match of the night in my opinion.
No.
But it was really good. I feel like Roman Reigns proved himself as a singles competitor. I just felt like it dragged a bit. I felt like Randy Orton was in firm control too much, and they kind of put Roman Reigns over as like a John Cena type character. Reigns kind of played the character of Cena, like the guy that wins, the triumphant.
Yeah.
Since Cena didn't do that in the main event, but you look at it and you see Roman Reigns coming out with a victory. Whenever you beat a 13-time world champion in Randy Orton, that means you're something, especially at SummerSlam. So it just adds on to another accolade for Roman Reigns. Then he ended up coming back the next night and picking up a big six-man tag victory. I think he teamed with RVD and Sheamus, the U.S. champion. So, and they beat Orton, Curtis Axel, and Ryback. Ryback, who was the most popular superstar on Monday Night Raw. What an ovation. I'm very excited for that. Felt like all 6 of the guys really got to show their stuff. RVD got in a few cool spots. He's on a winning streak, so a couple in a row for RVD now. Looking forward to seeing what WWE books for him. Maybe if he does wrestle in the future, but a big win for him. Axel and Ryback were booked strong in a loss. It was a cool 6-man tag match. I'm just going to really be interested to see what happens in the future. Is Orton Reigns done feuding? Is it time for Reigns to take on Lesnar? What's going to happen? I don't really know. Night of Champions coming up. Probably going to be Cena Lesnar again, but we'll get into all that later. But I really feel like Reigns is about ready to be the top guy in the company. I'm seeing a Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar feud in the future. I just don't know when. But nonetheless, very excited for Roman Reigns and taking nothing away from Randy Orton. So there I have it with my thoughts on that. How about you?
Well, you touched on it. I was going to as well. The lots of rumors, not really rumors, but just speculation that we're going to see a Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar feud in the future, especially after Lesnar won on Sunday. And I see a lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to be at WrestleMania 31. Lesnar's going to hold the title till then. I'll touch on that later with Brock holding the title. But anyway, I think that Brock Reigns could happen. I think it definitely should. I think that hopefully they'll have a better match than Cena Lesnar, but we'll touch on that later. I see it being a good rivalry if they do. But let's get on the main topic. Orton as his opponent at SummerSlam. I think that it was a halfway decent match. Didn't bore me, but it wasn't too exciting. It was a kind of in between match, a feel good kind of match. I think that like you said, it wasn't the match of the night. But overall, the rivalry between the two is, it's kind of boring in my opinion. But as far as their rivalry continuing, I'm not too sure about that. I mean, I take that back. I see the rivalry itself continuing, but their actual matches at pay-per-views, I don't know, because a lot of people think that Reigns is going to face Triple H at Night of Champions. I could see that happening. I could see the Authority being all pissed at Randy Orton. I touched on that in our SummerSlam predictions, which you can go back and watch for just $0.00. But I think that it's just, we'll have to see who Reigns will face. But yeah, I think that he's reaching towards the top of the company. Really look forward to see who he's able to work with in the future, other than Orton. We could possibly see him turn heel, face Cena in a rivalry. We could see a whole bunch of things like Lesnar and all that. But I just think that it's not that good, but it's not too bad. Like, it's in between, and it was an in between match. But I mean, that's just my opinion. Now we're gonna move on. I'm guessing it's time to move on because we're gonna be talking about the Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella match at SummerSlam, and their big spot on Monday Night Raw last night. So I'm gonna start this one off. Yeah, hear me some more. I think that first of all, I just wanted to say, you can always go back to our SummerSlam predictions, but spoiler alert, I called Nikki Bella turning, and Kyle refused. He was like, I don't see it, but it happened. And right before it happened, I was like, oh, don't tell me she's gonna punch her. Yes, it happened. I was strangely glad about it for prediction's sake, but overall, I love the storyline. I think that I don't see another match happening between the two. I just see the feud happening. There's not going to be another Stephanie McMahon Brie Bella match. Not Champions, not ever, in my opinion. But overall, great storyline, really good. Mixing Daniel Bryan in there, having Stephanie McMahon come out to Daniel Bryan's music at the start of the show, which I expected. When I heard the music, I was like, that's probably Steph. So I started chanting, Steph, 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 as she came out. But anyway, just, it wasn't, as far as the match, reviewing the match here, it was actually not that bad. It went a good 10-15 minutes, I believe. Better than I thought it would be. I thought it would just be hair pulling and running around the ring. It happened a little bit, but still halfway decent. Better than I thought, so that was really good. If it was better than I thought, better than I thought was not the case when it came to Stephanie McMahon's attire, but I'm not going to get into that too much. She was wearing that weird attire I don't even get into, but it was just a great match overall, better than I thought. Great storyline, and I'll hand it over to you, Kyle. I've been talking. Vocal cords are killing me. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, as much as I really thought it was not going to be like a legit match, it turned out to be, they actually wrestled in the ring for a while. I expected what you expected pretty much, a lot of running around the ring, trying to avoid, like McMahon running away from Bella a lot and just kind of, beating her way into beating her up. But it actually turned out that both ladies went head-to-head with each other, and then obviously Triple H and Nikki Bella both made their presence felt in the match. Triple H had to come and be like a goofball and like get all. It's hard to believe Triple H was the same guy that was in DX like 15 years ago having fun. Now he's turned into this like fag of a COO. I don't even like what Triple H is doing right now, but that's a different story. Yeah, Nikki Bella walked into the ring and punched Brie Bella in the face. As much as I did not want it to happen, it did happen. I think it's so stupid, but I have to look at it. And with her promo on Monday Night Raw, is this a scandal from the Authority? Did they pay her money to turn heel? Or is she legit about this? That's what people have to look at. In my opinion, I think the Authority paid her off. I don't see anything happening between them two. I think that it's the same situation with physical therapist that Stephanie paid off last week or whatever. So I just don't see it being anything. I don't know. I keep saying it. I think it's going to lead up to Triple H and Daniel Bryan one more time. I've said that time and time again. But this feud has dragged on for months and months and months, and now I do like that Nikki Bella getting involved. It adds something fresh to it. It adds something different since, the feud had been going on for the same topic for weeks and weeks and months, and, nearly a year now. So, time to change it. And, as much as I wanted Bella to win, she didn't do it. So, yeah. Congratulations to Steph. Congratulations to WWE for making this feud a bit more relevant, because it was dropping away from relevance going into SummerSlam. So something different added was cool, but I just don't agree with the results. So that's my take on it.
I kind of agree with you, but I of course had Stephanie winning because I thought that Nikki was going to turn heel. That was right. Most of my predictions were right for SummerSlam, which I was really glad about. But overall, like I said, great storyline. We're probably not going to see another match, but I don't agree. I do agree with you when it comes to I don't like what Triple H is doing. But of course, he has to have a say in this since he's Stephanie's wife. But overall, I don't like what he's doing. He should be more of a I am the game kind of character. But that's gone away. But I just want to move on from this. Up next, what should we talk about here? We should talk about the whole Dolph Ziggler. All right. You picked it. I'll talk about Dolph Ziggler and the Miz rivalry, of course. Dolph Ziggler is your new Intercontinental Champion of the WWE, and I called it. Kyle had Miz winning. I was right. He was wrong. But overall, I was glad that Ziggler won. I think most of the WWE universe, no, not fans, universe, was happy about this. Everybody feels that Dolph Ziggler's been held back for too long. Sure, he's had some Intercontinental Championship reigns in the past. He had the world title for a little bit, but overall, I was happy for him. I kind of nearly jumped out when I see when he won. I was like, oh my god, he actually won. I predicted it, but oh my god. It was just great moment for Dolph Ziggler. I was glad. But the match was it was pretty good from what I remember. It was pretty decent, and I just remember thinking when it went 1, 2, I was like, he's gonna kick out Miz. And no, just like Undertaker at WrestleMania. But anyway, this rivalry will continue into Night of Champions. I guarantee it. Because we saw both of them on Raw, if I'm not wrong. And Miz wore that awful outfit that JBL had to explain to Michael Cole. But it's going to continue in Night of Champions. Pretty good rivalry for the sake of being Intercontinental Championship. But I'm going to pass this over to you. What are your thoughts on everything having to do with the Intercontinental title right now?
Oh yeah, it's the best feud going in WWE right now. Not the best, but it's definitely the second best. Along with Rollins Ambrose, which we'll talk about in a little bit, Ziggler Miz has provided action each and every week. They continue to put on phenomenal matches together, and I'm going with, at SummerSlam, this was my second favorite match, the second best match of the night. It opened up the card. I was really expecting to open up the card because you look at it, it's the Intercontinental Championship, it's for a title, so it automatically goes over as a big match. It's Dolph Ziggler, Miz. I did pick the Miz because I thought that would be WWE's booking. Why would you give the Miz the title at Battleground? Just to have him lose it like 3 or 4 weeks later at SummerSlam, it really doesn't make sense, but I don't care. It's Dolph Ziggler beating him. Maybe if it was like Bad News Barrett beating him or something, I would have been like, okay, whatever. But it's Dolph Ziggler winning, and I'm so excited. WWE just likes to fuck over the Miz with Intercontinental Championship reigns. I remember back in WrestleMania 29, he beat Barrett, and then he lost to him like the next night. So it's like, okay, Miz, you can get the title, but you're gonna only hold it for like either a day or like 3 weeks. You can never have a decent reign. I don't care. Dolph Ziggler freaking won the Intercontinental Championship. I'm so excited that Dolph Ziggler's a champion again. It's like the first time since his world title reign. He hasn't held the Intercontinental title in like 3 years. It's so awesome. If anybody could bring back relevance to the Intercontinental title, it was Dolph Ziggler. He's gonna have some awesome bouts. He's gonna have matches against The Miz, matches against Barrett when he returns. I'm looking forward to Axel Ziggler. That should be some awesome matches if they have it in the future. Even put Kingston back in. If I like Kofi Kingston against anybody, it's Dolph Ziggler. I wish Del Rio was still around because Del Rio Ziggler could be some awesome matches for the championship. But it's just awesome. I was very, very excited when Ziggler won. I didn't expect it at all. It was probably the biggest shock of the night. I am more shocked with Dolph Ziggler beating The Miz for the Intercontinental title than I am with Nikki Bella turning heel than I am with John Cena getting destroyed. And that's how much respect I have for Dolph Ziggler. It was just so awesome. And it's a feel-good story. Finally, Dolph Ziggler gets a championship, and hopefully he has a decent reign with it. It's a shame for The Miz, but, Miz has been WWE champion. Miz gets the main event Mania. Not his time right now. So I'm so excited with Ziggler. Looking forward to a great Intercontinental title reign from the show off.
I am too. Definitely Dolph Ziggler's a top 5 talent. Hopefully, like you said, a decent reign. They can't give it to him forever. I mean, they could, but overall, I hope he has a nice reign. Definitely, like I said, top 5 talent. And I guess it's time to move on. We've run out of stuff. So up next, we're going to be talking about the whole Big Show, Mark Henry tag team. That plus Mark Henry confronting Rusev in the ring. So I'm going to start this one out. I think that definitely the Big Show and Mark Henry can be a legit tag team. We've seen it the past couple weeks since they really aligned. And I tweeted during Raw yesterday, and I realized, holy crap, Big Show is kind of thin. He looks kind of thin, in my opinion, but as far as what he used to be. And but anyway, they are a legit tag team, in my opinion. We should see them more and more on Raw and SmackDown, just demolishing whoever's in front of them, usually jobbers. No, I'm kidding. But overall, they're a great tag team. I think that they tried to put them together in the past, but then Henry got a scripted injury right before they were starting to do that, back in January, December. And but anyway, it was interesting to see Mark Henry later that night all of a sudden interrupt Rusev and all of a sudden be a Patriot. So Jack Swagger was the filler. Now it's time to see Rusev squash some more African Americans, I guess. Just saying, but now I think that we should see. I think that a lot of people thought that Big Show and Mark Henry would be in a tag team championship match against the Usos, probably at Night of Champions. I do not think that's the case after we saw Mark Henry confront Rusev. They can't put Mark Henry in 2 matches. Well, they could, but that would be awfully selfish to fill up the card with Mark Henry. But we'll see him versus Rusev at Night of Champions. Really wish that the thing with Swagger would continue. I don't know what's going to happen to Swagger. He's going to go back, hopefully not, to being a nobody on Superstars. I hope not, but I don't know what's going to be done with Swagger now.
Well, you got Bo Dallas who interrupted him.
Oh, that was kind of funny, but I know you're not too fond of Bo Dallas, but I thought it was funny. But I think that what was I saying? Oh yeah, we're gonna see Mark Henry Rusev champions. No tag team title match for the Big Show and Mark Henry. It's the Usos, probably not. But overall, I hope something good happens to Swagger at this time. Hopefully, he's on the card at Night of Champions, but probably not. But what are your thoughts on this? Song?
Yeah, I was pretty excited to see Big Show and Mark Henry both back on WWE TV at the same time. I mean, it's been a very, very long time to see Mark Henry on TV week after week. I think he had that mini feud with Brock Lesnar when he went out there like 3 weeks in a row and got attacked. So I'm glad that they're finally booking Henry as somebody legit now. I mean, all he was doing was getting attacked by like I said, Lesnar every single week. So putting him in something different now is exciting. He had that WWE Championship match last year at Money in the Bank, I think it was. I barely remember that, but I do remember him getting a championship shot. So for him to come back as a good guy, pretty cool. Putting him a Big Show who has not been involved in much since really, I guess, WrestleMania time. They kind of really booked him strong to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and he didn't do it. So and then he had that brief feud with Lesnar, and didn't really go anywhere. And then he kind of he was with the Authority all last year. He got a WWE Championship shot. So Big Show's finally back and appears full time on WWE TV. Team with Henry late in their career. What else can you really expect from these two guys? I mean, they're older, and it's pretty cool to see them going against the Wyatt family, who are really a couple of big guys in their own right. So it's pretty cool to see. I think Rowan body slam the Big Show or something. And they this Friday night on SmackDown, I believe WWE has announced that Eric Rowan and Big Show will be going one-on-one. So should be pretty cool to see that. I think I saw that earlier on WWE's Facebook page. So be sure to check that out. And moving on a little bit to the Rusev versus Henry thing. I mean, great job from Jack Swagger. He really, I think, got relevant after this feud. It finally was a decent feud. Got some mic work from Swagger and Coulter. I just knew that Swagger would not come out with victories at the end of the day, just because Rusev's the bigger man in this situation. They have more hope in Rusev because Swagger's already gotten his time on top. They've already tested out Swagger, didn't work, so I did pick Rusev to win, and he ended up winning, so there you go. Congratulations to Rusev. I'll be looking forward to a Mark Henry versus Rusev match, which is predicted to potentially come at Night of Champions. Maybe we could just see it on an episode of Raw. I don't know which one we'll see it on, but nonetheless, I think Big Show and Mark Henry will remain a team, even though with the feud with Rusev going on, maybe we could see like a double feud or something. And I'm really shocked to see Swagger out of the feud. I mean, I had predicted, I believe in our SummerSlam prediction show, Sheamus versus Rusev versus Swagger in a feud. That's not going to happen, so we'll see what Sheamus does. I really want him in a feud so bad, but that's a different story. But there you have it. Really excited for Rusev, really excited for Henry, Big Show, Wyatt family. Hopefully they picked up a couple wins. They've been dropping off the face of the earth a little bit since losing to the Usos at Battleground, so we'll see what happens.
Indeed, and hopefully this Mark Henry Rusev rivalry does. I expect it to be Night of Champions, because every night after the pay-per-view kind of thing for Rusev ends up being a pay-per-view match later on. Whoever interrupts them, it's always the case, or whoever he interrupts. Either way, but probably having Night of Champions. Hoping for a good rivalry. Hopefully Jack Swagger finds his way in a decent low card young match. Mid card, probably not, but I mean, we'll have to see. Jack Swagger became relevant, like you said. It was exciting to see since WWE ECW when he dominated there. But it was great to see him back. He had a good run versus Rusev, and we'll have to see what happens to him. Now, we're going to be talking about... I've been looking forward to the next couple things we're going to be talking about. So, we're going to be talking about...
Rollins Ambrose?
Alright, you want to talk about Rollins Ambrose before Brock Lesnar? Alright, sure. Alright, that'll be the... We'll start Brock Lesnar Cena, but first let's talk about, like you said, Ambrose Rollins. I think that we've really seen this rivalry heat up since Shield split up. Roman Reigns hasn't really had a say in it, but it's kind of better that way. I wouldn't want to see triple threat with the Shield. I mean, that would be kind of cool, one-time thing, but I'm glad that we're focusing on Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose took it a lot harder than Roman Reigns, I guess, mentally. But really good rivalry. Loved the match at SummerSlam. Pretty exciting, and I cannot get out of my head the match they had last night on Raw. How about that? That was just exciting. Especially the ending when Ambrose pretty much got ridden off WWE TV by going into concrete. I guess they went to purchase the most easily breakable concrete on Earth, because that just shattered so easily. I mean, but of course it did. But anyway, it was kind of cool to see. That has to be the match on Raw was way better than SummerSlam, in my opinion. That might be match of the year on Raw last night. But that's just me. I thought it might be known as the most extreme match of the year too, which I was happy to see since I like ECW. But anyway, it was a very ECW-like match. Coming from a very ECW-like character, Dean Ambrose, but that's an idea for a later video we might do, talking about Dean Ambrose and how he can do in ECW, but we're not going to touch on that too much until then. But anyway, he's just an extreme kind of character. Got written off. I was starting to say this earlier because he's going to be filming a movie for WWE. That's pretty much why he got written off, I guess, and that kind of sucks, but I guess no Ambrose Rollins match at Night of Champions. And on WWE.com, they reported that Ambrose hasn't been seen since he got stretchered off, went to a hospital, and refused treatment. He hasn't been seen. Wow. But, who knows what he's doing. Filming a movie. But, anyway, just, great rivalry, like I said. I'll let you touch on this. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, they had the match last night or Monday night on Raw, and then of course the Sunday night battle. Yeah, I completely agree with the statement that you made a couple moments ago. That Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins was 10, 15, 20 times better on Monday Night Raw than it was on SummerSlam, and that's crazy considering SummerSlam is one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. Monday Night Raw is just Monday Night Raw, but it was awesome. I mean, some of the sick spots that they did, some awesome stuff happened in that match. And I felt like the moment of the night for me at SummerSlam was when the match was happening, and Kane got in the ring, and Goldust walked up to Kane and got in his face, dude. I was going crazy. I was
too.
Goldust gonna confront him, and then boom, one punch in the face.
Goldust is gonna get a push.
Awesome, that was pretty sick. I love Goldust, man. He's like the best character in WWE. But I really did not want Kane to get involved in this storyline as much, and I felt like that he is making his presence felt too much. I mean, what's his reason of wanting to kill Dean Ambrose? Why does he hate Dean Ambrose so much? I mean, he loves Seth Rollins, but he hates Dean Ambrose when they both were in the Shield and just kicked his ass at WrestleMania. But apparently Kane is just like a hired gun. He's making so much money off the Authority, so he's like, let me just go out there and keep my job or whatever. But it was pretty cool, I guess. The match was pretty sick. I felt like Dean Ambrose continued to show off his fantastic moveset he had. I like how he's been doing like when somebody hits him real hard and it goes through the ropes and then he bounced off the ropes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Clothesline, one of the best moves in WWE. In a walk on two announce tables. Now that Raw has two announce tables for some reason.
German.
He'll walk, and then he'll walk on that and jump on Rollins in the crowd. That was awesome. Overall, it's fantastic. I mean, they used more weapons. I mean, Ambrose got out all the chairs, the kendo stick, and all that good stuff. I think they used the steps a little bit. Yeah. So it's pretty sick to see that kind of stuff. But yeah, like you said, with the Ambrose movie being filmed, it's going to be pretty cool to see how he does with that. I'm still predicting that maybe Ambrose returns at Night of Champions. Maybe Rollins has a match against Ziggler for the Intercontinental, or something like that. Rollins has some sort of match at some Night of Champions, and Rollins or Ambrose interferes. Something like that could happen, or we could just see the Rollins-Ambrose match happen. I don't know when Ambrose is due back from this injury that they're saying, or the injury. Let's just say it's called an injury because nobody knows if it's for the movie or not, even though that's what people are speculating. We'll see. I overall like the feud, though. I'm looking forward to see what happens in the future. It's certainly not over yet. Ambrose will be back, so there you have it on that.
I agree because you agreed with me. I'm just looking forward to see what happens with Dean Ambrose. Everybody's been filming with for movies lately. Dean Ambrose now. It was Batista who took a break. He should be coming back anytime soon. Come back from his critically acclaimed great movie. And then John Cena's filming, pretty much why he was off for all. But we'll touch on that right now because we're going to be talking about what happened at SummerSlam in the main event when Paul Heyman's client, Brock Lesnar, conquered John Cena just like he said he would. I just went Paul Heyman mode right there. Not as good though as Paul Heyman, but I just am so glad that Lesnar's champion. And many people are gonna be pissed at me for saying that because he's a part-timer. I'm really looking forward to this reign because this means he'll be back full-time. Hopefully he's back full-time. That's what this title reign means. He is the Beast Incarnate, the Conqueror, the Mercenary. He is a mercenary. And hopefully he's back full-time. I see it happening. Probably not doing live events. He doesn't do those. I mean, that's understandable a little bit, but he should be back on Raw every week. And I'm looking forward to this reign so much. Like I said, Brock Lesnar's the Conqueror. I was so glad when he beat Cena. I really was. I tweeted right after, is anybody cheering louder than me right now? I mean, I wasn't really, but, inside. It was just a really exciting thing to see. Cena finally losing, the crowd going home happy for a heel winning. Welcome to the new age. But overall, I was happy to see Brock Lesnar win, and not his promo, but Paul Heyman's promo on Raw once again was a 10 out of 10. It wasn't a rap this week. Paul Heyman didn't do any rapping, but it was still pretty good. I forget some of the lines, but he was really good. He kept saying suplex repeat, and the crowd was going along. But overall, great promo from Paul Heyman once again, because that's his job. Just absolutely love his promos. Watch our Paul Heyman argument, because I don't think we're going to argue too much on this, but look back at that for just your dollar. But anyway, I'll hand this over to you. What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Yes, Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship at SummerSlam on Sunday Night Live on the WWE Network. First of all, congratulations to Brock. It's 10 years in the making. Last time he won the WWE Championship, so he did it, and I was very, very excited to see John Cena fall like that. The hero to fall. It's pretty cool, I haven't really seen John Cena in a one-sided bout like that in a very, very long time. Probably the last time I seen Cena in a bout like that was probably like 2004 or 5. Because of course, the Money in the Bank cash-ins, you look at them, but this was an actual match. Cena came in 100%, but WWE did what they were supposed to do. They booked Brock Lesnar as the strong heel. I understand what happened on Monday Night Raw. He ran away, but Brock Lesnar did not go down. Brock Lesnar took like one attitude adjustment and was in the AA, or he was in the STM for like 5 seconds. He overall went into that bout healthy, physical, and just destroyed John Cena. It was a heel that did that, and that's not something you see all the time. You see heels kill like little like jobbers, or faces kill jobbers or whatever, but that's not what happened in this. John Cena was the WWE champion at the time, and I'm so excited for Brock Lesnar. I am looking forward to a great championship reign, and the only really thing in my mind that can make this reign perfect if he separates himself from Paul Heyman in the future, and I think that's going to happen. So maybe a Curtis Axel versus Lesnar feud could happen, but that's definitely what I'm excited for. I am not Axel Lesnar feud. That's not going to happen, but somebody needs to step up to Lesnar. Lesnar,
Cesaro,
The Undertaker, John Cena, but one person I was looking at to step up to Lesnar in the future was somebody you mentioned earlier in this broadcast. Who did you mention earlier to come back soon? Batista. I'm going to predict the potential Batista versus Brock Lesnar feud in the near future. So put that on your calendar as possibly happening. I did mention Roman Reigns a bit ago. We'll see if Roman Reigns steps up to the plate and does it. Of course, have to look at the Money in the Bank holder, Seth Rollins. Could Rollins ever cash in? John Cena, of course, still gets a rematch. We'll see if he comes back next week. And I think he's already been advertised to come back, so we'll see what he has to say. Maybe he'll be taking some time off. Maybe Paul Heyman can go with him. But I'm looking at this feud, or at a potential feud for Lesnar being exciting in the future. I just see nobody else but Batista doing it. Maybe Triple H. I don't know. I always look at Triple H being back in the championship hunt. Maybe he could finally do it. I don't know. I'm just naming a couple random names here. Of course, you got Daniel Bryan coming back. So there's a bunch of possible names to face Lesnar. I like that we have a new champion that we haven't seen in a while. So we could see a lot of new stuff now with a new champion, and out with the end. So there we go. Well, I don't even know what was I going to say. Out with the old and in with the new.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I was hoping I heard that, but great review there for you. I think that it was just an awesome promo. Great to see him winning. Like I said, and he should not separate himself from Paul Heyman. Why would you want to separate yourself from Paul Heyman other than Cesaro? Because that was terrible. What you said. People stepping up to the plate to face Lesnar in a feud in the future, because we might see Cena off TV for a while. Who knows? But one name you did not mention was the Swiss Superman, the King of Swing, Cesaro. I am really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Cesaro turning face. And like you said, I don't see Brock Lesnar separating from Paul Heyman or the other way around. We've already seen Paul Heyman turn his back to Brock Lesnar. Many people don't know about this. I discovered this like last week. It happened back in like 2003. And I didn't even know that Brock Lesnar was ever a face. He was probably most of his time back in his first couple years was as a face. I was really shocked to see that. When you look back on the moments that they show on the network or like in videos, they show him as like beating up a face. I mean, he was a face for a while in like 2003, early 2004, but him and Heyman hated each other.
He won the Royal Rumble as a face. Remember when he won the Royal Rumble?
I actually did not know he ever won a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he won the 2003 Royal Rumble. I think he last eliminated the Big Show or something, who was like a Paul Heyman guy at the time. And I think it was something like that. And then he went on to face Kurt Angle for the championship, I want to say. Did he beat Angle? I'm not sure. I just remember that he was a face in a feud with Angle, because I think Paul Heyman ended up being like with Kurt Angle, and it was awesome. And WWE was so fun at that time. Like, I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But now let's move on to the new championship belt review. Just the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which I wish they would just change to the championship. Why call it World Heavyweight Championship? It's gone. Call it the WWE Championship. But that's what I'm gonna call it. My thoughts on this: I think that the new title is it's okay. It's not too bad. It looks just like the old one, except new logo, and it's a lot shinier. I really like the shininess is terrible. I don't like how bright it is. But overall, it's a pretty good looking belt. I loved it when they changed the belt last year at The Rock. Well, it wasn't last year. It might have been last year. But when The Rock changed it, nevertheless, when it had the when it was just the logo and the background was just black, I mean, that was just cool looking in my opinion. It's still cool with the new logo, but I don't like the shininess of it. What are your thoughts, Kyle, on the new belt? Alright, Kyle's gone, but hello, are you there, Kyle?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the new championship belt?
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that you switched over to me. The championship belt. So, I like it. It looks a lot similar to the to last year's title. Or not last year's title, the previous title. I noticed that one difference was it doesn't say WWE Champion. Instead, at the bottom of it, WWE, like the logo, and then World Heavyweight Champion. I thought that was cool. I guess. Even though I've always called it the WWE Championship. I guess they want to still include the World Heavyweight, and I was really upset that they let go of the big gold belt. It's like the first time since '02 that the big gold belt's not going to be used in WWE, so it's a bit of a shame. I'm going to miss it a little bit, but overall, like I said earlier, it's time for the new stuff to happen. WWE to change, new logo, new champion, new champions, 3 new champions. So WWE changing up a little bit and going with all these new faces, and it's going to be pretty fun and pretty cool to see. So this WWE Championship just pretty much says we're in a new era in WWE now.
I mean, I like the belt. I mean, I actually did not know. Does it really say World Heavyweight Champion on the belt?
Yeah, yep. Just look at a close-up of it. It says, right under the WWE logo, it says World Heavyweight Champion.
I thought it just said champion. I guess I didn't look close enough, but I'll have to check that out. But I mean, I'll forever call it the WWE Championship. I hope they changed it back. There's no World Heavyweight belt anymore, but it's a mouthful to say the title. If it's a mouthful to say the title, then there's something wrong. But that's pretty much our review. I don't think we left anything out important. I don't think we didn't cover anything that was important. Did not.
Just a real quick shout out. Paige is now the new Divas champion. We both picked AJ, so.
Oh, that's right. That really shocked me. But we'll have to see what happens to AJ Lee if she's gonna be back.
Wyatt beat Jericho.
Yeah, that's true. We both called that. That was kind of expected, though.
I think that's really about it. Stardust picked up a victory, or Goldust and Stardust beat the Usos non-title, so could see a match happening there.
Yeah, possibly. We shall see. The Goldust and Stardust could get the gold at Night of Champions. We'll have to see. But that's
really it, I guess. I mean, we pretty much covered all 8 matches on the SummerSlam card. Not really seeing anything.
Yeah, I mean, non-stop. We've gone non-stop in this video, no breaks. We'll try that from now on. And thanks for watching, everyone. Comment if you disagree. Give us your thoughts on Raw and SummerSlam. We'd love to hear you, because it's our opinions, your feedback. I haven't said that in a while, but like the video if you enjoyed it, or if you did not like it, just like it anyway. And give a like for the first time since the last video that the logo behind me did not fall like the last video, but that was good. And of course, subscribe to the AEW network for just $0.00 a month. Wow, what a deal. It's better than the network. We have a lot better discussions too. Forget Legends of Wrestling. But of course, subscribe to us, please. We have more discussions coming your way. Follow me on Twitter at Almost Wrestling. At Almost Wrestling. I did tweets during SummerSlam, not too many, and Raw I did not do too many. I've been busy playing WWE Supercard. Let me give it a shout out. That was an awesome game. I was playing it before we did this video today. It's an awesome game. But anywho, go to our website, almostexpertwrestling.weebly.com. Kyle, what's your Twitter name?
Yes, me, at Kyle Smith. WWE, it'll be in the description. I actually tweeted a lot during SummerSlam, I believe. Did I? I think I tweeted during SummerSlam. I think I started tweeting like the Orton Reigns match. I don't know. I randomly tweet if I feel like it, and I did some tweeting last night on Monday Night Raw. I'm not tweeting for main event this week. I might be doing SmackDown. I don't know. Be sure to check me out on Twitter and all of the stuff Joe told you to do. AEW. Much more discussions like this. We're going to definitely be getting some more content out this week, hopefully. I know this video might have ran a little bit longer, but be sure to check it out. At least some parts of it. Even if you watch 10 minutes of it, it's still another view for us. So we don't care if you watch all of it or if you watch half of it. Just be sure to check it out right now. Go to AEW's YouTube page and check it out. We have good stuff on here, guys.
Exactly.
We talk about good stuff. We agree. And Paul Heyman is a jerk, so be sure to check out that Paul Heyman argument, okay? Thank you. That's all.
I have breaking news. This is our first breaking news during a video, and by the time this is uploaded, this will be kind of old news, but we have breaking news right here. I just got a WWE alert on my cell phone.
Oh, God.
Right as we were talking, and a match has been announced for Night of Champions.
Already? Wow.
Yes, and it says that Brock Lesnar has accepted John Cena's challenge. So we're going to see them at Night of Champions, but we'll talk about that later. We're running over here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. See you all later.